We have a motion on the floor. I'll do a roll call. Kevin?
No.
Mary?
No.
Pete?
No.
Tom?
No.
Gwen?
No.
Resolution that's officially.
I don't know what number it is, but the resolution failed to pass. The follow-up to that then is the draft letter. No pride in authorship, but
It was pretty sexy.
Yeah, I'll read the letter. The draft letter was a letter that would come from you, Kevin, as a supervisor to all of the other 9 affected municipalities. And just read that the town board of the town of Orleans has received and reviewed a great deal of information, materials, and input from a variety of sources specifying the benefits and detriments associated with the designated SASS within the borders of the town of Orleans. The town board has determined that it is or it is not interested in the SASS designation, and it is or it is not interested in participating in that process. And again, if it passed, you would have circled it is and crossed out that balance. The determination was rendered at the town board meeting on February 12, 2015. So again, no pride in authorship, but I would say that if you've adopted a resolution, it makes sense to formally notify the other 9 communities. In all fairness, you need to do that. With something like this, the letter just indicates either you're opting in or you're opting out. That's all it does. But that's just a recommended format that you might consider.
This is an opt-out resolution, correct?
Well, with the resolution, a municipality can't be forced to do something. You have to make a formal determination, and again, that's either by a resolution or by ordinance or by local law. Okay, but what happens is that's your official action. What I'm suggesting you do is it's only fair that you notify the other 9 municipalities. You notify them that you've done something tonight, that either you've done something that says you're opting in, or that you've done something that says you're opting out. And that's all the letter does. You just modify it based upon your resolution. I just think it's fair that you let them know in writing, and that.
Do I have to have permission to sign it?
Now,
It's a best board
matter
matter.
question. Up in Hammond, he's going to submit it, says everybody's in. Once we do this, our name's off from that, right? That's my main concern, is that we can still be in this thing, because
Look, again, the notion that you opt out doesn't work, because to say that you opt out suggests that you're in. You don't get in unless you adopt a resolution saying you're in, you adopt an ordinance saying you're in, or you adopt a local law saying you're in. One of the questions that was raised this week by Tom and by Kevin with me was the application that was submitted to the state for grant monies was submitted and indicated that it was also on behalf of the town of Orleans. And what that application did was it also purported to contractually bind the town of Orleans to provide in-kind services, a portion of $75,000. And I don't know, I'm presuming it would be 10% of that, $7,500. That was an issue that Tom and Kevin had expressed some concern on, was that how can you be contractually bound to provide services if you didn't discuss it and you didn't adopt a resolution or an ordinance or a local law saying you're going to do this. That's what contracts are for. And I'm sorry to say I don't have an answer for you. I didn't participate in that application. But I think that'll probably be resolved without you getting involved with it. But what I do think is to let the municipalities know, if you decided to participate, let them know and you're all in. If you decide not to participate, let them know and you're all out, and that's really what that letter does. I just think that it's important and fundamentally fair to make sure everybody knows what you're thinking and what you've done. That's really all it comes down to. Because if you don't do that, then no one really knows whether you're in, no one really knows whether you're out, no one really knows what the process is or is not. You're better off just keeping it simple, all in, all out.
Thank you.
Oh, we sent a letter.
Yeah.
You might also suggest sending a copy to Barbara Kendall, the Department of State, prior to them finalizing their final draft report, maybe even as early as tonight before that is done.
I think that's a good suggestion. But yeah, I don't have the, you know, with the department, I know the Department of State's involved, I don't really have a lot of information with the Department of State because I haven't participated at that level, so I don't know who the Department of State you need to notify. But again, that format letter, you know, change it any way you deem fit, but what it should make clear is that you considered and you adopted a resolution tonight and you decided not to participate. And that's important.
That's it. That's it.
Okay.